Now tell me if this sounds like something familiar to you. You see a tracking workshop come up in your area, you sign up and attend. You and your dog go there and you speak to the training coordinator who says, we've set up a track for you, there's a track layout out in the bush and you need to go find them with your dog. You get your dog set up, you start the track and you find the person in a track. However, along the way, your dog had a few hiccups. They took a long time to pick up the start of the track. You might have overshot a corner. You might have even lost the track and then really didn't know what to do. But for the good grace of your dog, you were able to pick up that track again and locate that track layout. You put your dog in the back of the truck and you're sitting there thinking, I did find that track layout, but there was parts in that track which didn't go as smoothly as I'd hoped, and I don't really know how to fix that. What can I do? The problem with just relying on tracking workshops in order to progress your dog's tracking ability is that you're trying to squeeze in a whole bunch of skills in one track, in one opportunity. And in no other dog training endeavor do we do this. Think about if you're trying to get yourself ready for an obedience routine, okay? You're not going to practice the whole routine in its entirety and just repeat that process over and over again. What you do is you go, what skills do I need? I need a sit, I need a down in motion, I need a heel, I need a recall. All right, let's work on these factors individually first. And once I have fluency in those, I might start adding them together. I might be healing and I might now look to start to add a sit. Oh, okay. But I don't try and do it all in one go. Otherwise it'll just be a big mess and will take a lot longer in order to progress. So if it's good enough for other dog training disciplines, be it protection, obedience, agility, why do we think as tracking handlers that we need to do the track in its entirety? I'm going to tell you today the number one thing that takes an average tracking handler and turns them into a top tier handler. And that is the concept of compartmentalization. Basically, compartmentalization just means breaking down the track's entire skill set into its individual components and working on those individual components separately before putting them all back together. So typically a track's going to have three main phases: the beginning, the middle, and the end. And in those phases are individual skills that your dog needs. For example, in the beginning, your dog needs to be able to pick up, find, locate, and orientate itself on where that track is going. From there, the middle skills, we need to have a dog that's able to do corners, is able to regain a lost track. And from there, in the end, we need a dog that knows how to either indicate on an article or to negotiate a big scent pull, proximity alert in order to find that track layer. What I'm championing is the idea of breaking up our tracks into its individual components. Compartmentalization is the best way in order to make significant and measurable progress in your dog's tracking ability. For example, if I want to work on my dog's starts, where the dog needs to pick up and locate that track and orientate themselves in the direction of that track, compartmentalization allows me to break the track up into those individual skill sets without the need for acres and acres of space, without the need for track layers and time. I'm able to set myself up and get 4 or 5 tracks in a short period of time, 15 minutes. I don't need a lot of space in order just to work on that skill. And having a dog that knows how to start and you having that confidence and competency in yourself because you've done that repetition is going to give you so much of a head start compared to handlers who are just waiting for their next tracking workshop to come along. As well as that, say if you're wanting to work on corners, do you wait for your next tracking workshop to come around, maybe get 3, 4 tracks if you're lucky, and yeah, your dog might get it or it might not. And if it doesn't, well, you just got to wait around for the next one. What I'm suggesting is find a method that will allow you to train with your dog by yourself multiple times a week. You don't need safe forests. You don't need track layers. You don't even need that much time. Find a system that allows those quick repetitions in order to practice that specific skill. And after a month, you put all those skills together and then you go to your tracking workshop, putting that all together, and then you'll see the actual results change. So if you're interested in learning how to compartmentalize your tracking training, in the description below, there's a link, and that link will take you to the Tracking Club. The Tracking Club is just my school community where we teach dog handlers and their dogs the art of tracking, and also how to break down your tracks into the individual components and then practice those components to put a whole picture together when you go out to your next tracking workshop. The course is set up where you will watch the training material and then upload your attempts with your dog to the group, where I'll provide personalized feedback and critique in order to shorten your learning curve with your dog in the tracking endeavor. So that's basically it, guys. Compartmentalization is the way that you're going to improve the fastest in this tracking game. If you would like some more information, click the link in the description and we'll talk to you then.